What's up, everyone? Welcome to Six Fig Stock Traders live stream. I don't know where he is. He said he'd be right back, so I guess it's just me. I don't know if he had to run to the bathroom or grab a drink or something, but I am here just hanging out. Probably going to do a typical market overview type of thing. I know the Thursday Night Football, the first game's going on with Tampa Bay and Dallas. I got it pulled up over here on my screen. I don't know if any of you guys are watching tonight, but looks like Tampa Bay's up 14-7, and they just missed the field goal, Dallas, as we talk. So that's good. And if you guys know me, I'm a big VGX person, and they just brought on Gronk as the new Voyager ambassador. So it's good to see, big time guy with Voyager and whatnot. But who do we got in here? Is there anyone in here right now? We got 4 people watching. All right, cool. Anyway, I don't know. Who knows who's going to show up tonight? We got CKB hopping and popping. Voyager, VLP just launched a couple days ago, earlier last week. But I'm gonna jump in my market overview. I don't know where Six Fig Stock Trader is, guys, but I'll just start, and then if he comes in, he'll come in. So let me just refresh my page. So it looks like we got the markets up 0.85%. Last 24 hours, we got Bitcoin at 46,778. And oh, wow. It looks like we got Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Ladies and gentlemen, Six Fig Stock Trader coming at you. Looks like CryptoAirborne was about to take over the show.
You played it. You got one. You got one on me.
Jeez, well, how you doing tonight? Thanks for coming on.
I'm doing good. I'm just watching the game. Dallas and Tampa Bay. We got Gronk as the new VGX representative ambassador. So I moved from Tampa Bay, Bradenton, Sarasota area late last year, and not a big sports football fan. I did grow up in Cleveland, so I did grow up a Browns fan. I wasn't the greatest Browns fan, but my family more is than I am. But now that Voyager has Gronk, I'm definitely going to probably pay attention to football this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. He's a great personality, too.
Yeah.
Very just kind of larger than life. And he's definitely a good spokesperson. Pretty clean history, no drama, no strings attached. I know he dented the Super Bowl trophy last year.
Nice.
But
how's Minnesota? How's your team? What's your team? Minnesota, right?
I'm a Bears and Vikings.
Bears and Vikings.
Yeah, so yeah, I live in Chicago, so the Bears are my go-to team, but I fall back on the Vikings as well.
Nice.
Because that's where my cabin is in the good old state of Minnesota.
Cool. So what's going on, everyone? How you guys doing tonight? Whoever's in the audience.
So I see Packable is here. Man. Hopefully you're doing what your name is suggesting. It looks like Michelle Whitney, CKB, going to make some folks rich. Yes, ma'am. I do think that could happen big time. Looks like Josh Johnson, thanks for your videos. You're welcome. So Skull from Will, awesome. Yeah, so as you guys all know, Nervous Network put out some big time news this morning. That was totally unexpected and caught everybody off guard. And that pump we saw this morning, I'll go ahead and pull that up quick if you guys can see this. That pump we saw was pretty incredible. Now, I was just about to buy in back into CKB. I was just kind of waiting for another leg down and then another leg up, and I thought we might be filling out somewhat of an ascending triangle or something like that. But once that news hit, it was over. And once this little stretch started here, I thought, oh my goodness, here comes the bull trap. Bitcoin's going to pump and it's going to be all over. Needless to say, I ended up buying in the 0.019-ish region. I'm still holding 100K CKB. I'm not sure. CryptoAirborne, I know you got a bag of CKB too.
Yeah, so I sold off a lot. I actually went into Sentiment Token. I don't know if you guys follow me or not, but it's Trade the Chains governance token that they have, and it's only on Uniswap, and I bought in at like 3 cents, and it went all the way up to about 15 cents. I think it's like 12 cents now. So I sold a big bag, and I'm already up quite a bit, but I still hold a pretty decent amount of CKB.
You really made out very well with that trade. Holy cow, from what you were telling me.
Yeah.
So congratulations to you on that. Right now, just give you guys the current market update on CKB since we are all here. We can definitely see that we have some sort of symmetrical triangle kind of forming off this bull flag pole. Now, this could be some sort of a bull flag or a bull pennant. Nobody knows at this point in time. All we know is that CKB is starting to consolidate and squeeze. That is very evident. So for all of you listening, we might see CKB kind of run up to this 0.021-ish, 0.022 region. We've got double tops on it already. Hopefully that we will continue to kind of bounce back up here. I do have my doubts about this current setup right now. We've got a bear shed with a nasty little symmetrical triangle. Usually that means we might see some sort of corrective wave happen. And on the 15-minute chart, that's really nothing to get upset about. We might just be gearing up to retest this 200 and this Fibonacci line down here. But I wouldn't be surprised to see CKB trading at the lowest point, 0.0165. But if we can get above this 0.0218 level, we will head on up to test the 61.8. I'm sorry, the 50% level, and then the 61.8 level. So there's a good potential for a 2x here in the coming days.
Nice. So Jay and Vina was saying that they just came across your channel and they're still holding 3 million CKB. Guys,
that's
good
a
luck.
nice bag.
That's a nice bag.
Yeah.
I was up in that region a couple weeks ago and I got impatient, like I said, and sold off quite a bit to jump into another micro cap, which actually yielded me a pretty good amount. But definitely hodling. But Six Fig, real quick. So this big pump that you're talking about to these non-TA people, like I understand it, but like just where something like where there's fundamentals and like announcements like this happen, where this big jump up, is this something that could have been correlated to technical analysis, or is this something where like, oh crap, they announced this and this came out of nowhere type of thing? I always love asking TA people this.
Yeah, this is definitely one of these things that's totally unpredictable, and it kind of came out of left field and blindsided the whole entire market. Like I had mentioned before, here I am going about my business thinking, okay, we might see some sort of ascending triangle form here and then make a power move to the upside. We never see an ascending triangle really break this early. So the cat was let out of the bag here at some point in time within the last day. And that's how you can see people buying this dip. But it's very interesting to see when anomalies like this happen due to announcements. And if you guys thought that this was impressive, just wait till they start announcing things like Coinbase.
Which I hear, well, that's the thing with Coinbase and like getting like certain projects listed on Coinbase is that like the people, those tokens don't technically have any say. Like I remember Cardano before it got listed on Coinbase, Charles Hoskinson was just like, everyone was like, hey, whenever Cardano is going to get listed on Coinbase, it's going to moon or whatever. And he said that they literally don't have any control. From what I hear, it's kind of like they just list it out of nowhere type of thing. Same thing with like StormX. I'm hearing rumors of that, but I've been hearing that for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's interesting. I guess, that is the beauty of decentralization and all that stuff. And when these big exchanges connect to these cryptos, that's just kind of what happens. Jay and Vina TV, can you stake CKB? Yes, I do that in the Neuron wallet. Got about 100K sitting in there. But yeah, definitely. We can definitely see the limits of this latest pump here. We came up and touched off this Fibonacci channel line here beautifully. So that was good to see. On the 12-hour chart, we are looking good. Let's look at the daily chart quick for CKB. Yeah, we are kind of far out from the cloud here. Typically, we will see price action tend to move into the cloud, then up and away from the cloud, then back into the cloud, and then up and away from the cloud. So it'll be interesting to see what CKB does here going forward. We may, in fact, see a little consolidation like this into this Fibonacci channel and see a bull pennant or ascending triangle pending Bitcoin. We might make an impressive move upwards. So now CryptoAirborne did a very good video today. If you haven't already, check out his channel after the stream. He went into detail on CKB market cap value and some other little goodies. Did you want to tell the audience kind of a little bit about your video?
Yeah, I actually got it still pulled up, a lot of the tabs. If you want me to share my screen, I can just go over a little bit of like going through the website, maybe a little bit about the article and some of the price predictions I have based off of realistic math and whatnot. But before we do that real quick, I think Jay and Vina TV said, how can you stake it? Mm-hmm. Did you make a video on it? I said you can make a video on it. Did you make a video on how to like stake it in the Neuron wallet or whatever?
Definitely Jay and Vina TV. The way I usually get my crypto into the Nervous DAO is I will buy it using crypto.com. They sell CKB. So that's where I will do it. And then I will just transfer it to my Neuron wallet. And then from there, I will deposit it into the Nervous DAO. And why not? You get 3%.
Because I'm on the Voyager app, and that's where we first heard about it. And they don't allow sending or transfers of it yet, or staking or interest. But I know I'm trying to push for that on my end. And I know that there's a whole process on. I just listened to Steve Ehrlich on DJ Crypto's channel talking about certain coins within the platform like VeChain, how they can't transfer stuff in and out. But there's actually a big behind the scenes thing on how you can earn interest within the platform and like how they do it, like the process. So they're trying to push a lot of staking. So like they'll take, even though it's a centralized exchange, they're going to take your coins that you buy and stake it within their like wallet. So they'll have to so I don't know how they'll partner with CKB potentially, maybe, or StormX is another big thing where they're trying to partner with StormX to earn that 10% staking interest with their platform. So there's just a big thing with that going on.
Yeah, it's definitely early times right now for all of these exchanges, and I can't believe like Coinbase doesn't have StormX and CKB. It's just crazy. In time they will, but
yeah, I think StormX, that's a whole nother conversation, especially since they got the 8-figure deal with the Portland Trailblazers. They got their patch on their jerseys, and you got basketball season coming up. So as soon as that goes on TV, people, oh, what's StormX? It'll blow up. But
yeah,
getting back over to Nervos real quick, I'll just go over briefly, kind of like I still got the tabs pulled up what I did. So I saw this tweet early this morning. I was like, what's going on, Nervos? Blah, blah. Like I've been following them, but like this is big. The price action was going up and whatnot. So they said Nervos team is excited to introduce the new universe, Yokai. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm going to assume it's Yokai. The decentralized exchange enables seamless interaction between CKB, ADA, Cardano, obviously, and the Nervos network. So you can learn more here. Clicked on the article. So Yokai Swap will support ERC20 tokens 2 on ETH by Force Bridge, a bridge that connects CKB with other blockchains. So from my understanding is that they're going to first have Ethereum on their decks and then Cardano at some point. So I was like, okay, let's check out Yokai Swap. I've never heard of it. So I clicked on their Twitter page first. I was like, okay, they only got 889 followers. It's not too big. But then they said, oh, we're the next generation interoperable AMM built on Nervos. Try it on the DevNet. So I went to their website. So it's kind of like a Uniswap, if you guys think of an Ethereum blockchain, where you can swap different tokens and whatnot. Or if you're familiar with Cardano, Sunday Swap, they have where you can exchange different tokens. So this is the Yokai Swap exchange. So right now they have trading, they have the asset bridge where you can deposit, withdraw, and transfer your assets. Then they have yield farms in here, and then they have staking pools as well. So what I also didn't know, they do have their own coin. It's called Yachtcoin, which is about 8 cents. It's up 3.1%. It's pretty small, and you can only get it on. I was looking this up, like, where can you get this on? Dextrade and Resfinex. So you can't even get it on Uniswap yet, and I don't even know what these exchanges are.
Interesting.
But the volume's not that much, $9,000 in the last 24 hours. So if you get this coin, you can go back to Yokai Swap, and you can, let's see, we'll go to their exchange. So this is what a lot of people are going to, what's going to look familiar. So if you got CKB and you want to swap it to, let's say, USDC, USDT, whatever Meow is, but this is the whole point of the tweet. They're going to add Ethereum and Cardano. So if you got CKB, you want to convert it to Cardano or Ethereum, they're going to add this into it and you can swap it. That's essentially what this whole thing is.
So this Yokai Swap as well. So there might be a lot of people picking up that Yokai Swap coin while they're in here messing around. But you have to think about, okay, if we're all excited about, like, if CKB gets listed to Coinbase, like how much more exposure that will generate, how much more coins, will get sucked up, taken off the market due to Coinbase. We have to kind of assume that Ethereum, the second most popular cryptocurrency, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be a lot of people that will now be able to take their ETH and just pick up a small bag of CKB like it's nothing.
Yep.
And I mean, that cash flow into Nervous Network and CKB, I do think that's going to be huge. And the same thing is going to happen again with ADA. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of reaction CKB price has in relation to when they link this to Ethereum, and if we will be able to,
that's why, not financial advice, I would definitely look into buying this token on these exchanges. I've never even heard of this. Has anyone heard of this in the comments? Dextrade or Resfinex? It looks like Dextrade must be a little bit more popular. Let's just go to it.
Never heard of it.
I don't know if this is. See, Dextrade is. Does anybody know what country this is? I don't even know if I can do this in the United States. And that's my other question is, what are the other DEXs, decentralized exchanges, like swaps that are on CKB Nervos Network besides Yokai Swap? Like, this is super early stuff we're talking about right now. So I don't know. This is huge that, like, you can just swap, like, interoperability blockchains between these currents, between these, like, different coins. But yeah, it looks like they have already, like, USDC. So I'm wondering, like, do I have to have CKB? So say I've got crypto.com app, I've got CKB, I want to transfer 50,000 CKB to the Yokai swap. So I would probably send it to MetaMask, I guess. Is that how you do it? So I'd send it to MetaMask, connect it, and then I'll have my CKB here, and then I can then transfer it into whatever, USDC or Yak. That's what I'm thinking that you might be able to do. So like if you wanted Yak, because you can't get it on those two exchanges, just send CKB to your MetaMask, connect it, and then just transfer it, I guess, over to whatever you want that they have. I don't know.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see what happens here. I'm on the Nervous Network website, and they really don't have even any information. It's just so new that they really don't have much on their website, within the ecosystem.
Yeah, so anyway, that's pretty much what it is. There's not much comments, so I think everyone's kind of like clueless too. Like I am. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna shoot it straight from the hip. Like I'm pretty familiar with Uniswap and how to like swap and all that stuff, but like with a different blockchain CKB, it seems pretty similar. Like same concept or whatnot. I don't know if there's a test net that they have going on. This is like kind of the test net with Cardano, because you got Cardano smart contracts coming out here in a couple days, but then they already have Ethereum. So I'm assuming they're going to roll out Ethereum within Yokai Swap first, so you can do that, and then Cardano eventually. I don't know if it's going to be instantly or if it's going to be within a couple weeks. So
yeah, I do know that part of the Nervous roadmap for 2021 was to release a decentralized exchange template for developers to create on Nervous Network. So I think Yokai really took advantage of that early.
Yep. Because I don't know any other DEXs built on CKB, and if anyone else knows any other DEXs that are built out there, if there's like a ecosystem map of CKB, like if you watch me, there's a big Cardano ecosystem map. Like, what are the other DEXs that are built on CKB? I mean, I'm sure there's a lot smarter other people out there, but I don't know. This is the first that I've heard of.
Yeah, definitely. And if you guys aren't familiar with Nervous Network, every Thursday at about 1 p.m. or noon or something like that Central Time, they have Hashing It Out on Twitter. Now, I've gotten to ask some great questions to the developers and leadership within Nervous. Very smart group of people, very friendly. They like to take questions. Anyways, I reached out to Matt Quinn, one of the higher ups in Nervous, today, and I didn't get a chance to ask the question because they were tight on time. But I asked him if these podcasts were available for download, and he basically said that they might start putting them in the Discord server. So they said that they knew that, as far as they knew, previous podcasts hadn't been recorded. Maybe somebody out there recorded them privately, but they are going to start recording these so people can listen to them later, because CryptoAirborne, they unleash a whole lot of information that it's like a treasure chest, and it's hard to soak up listening.
Yeah, and I still got to join their Discord too. Is it pretty active, would you say? Are you on there regularly? Because I'm a part of too many Discords as is, so it's hard to keep up.
Yeah, so I'm in a few different Discords.
Okay.
I'm also in some Telegram stuff as well. But yeah, it's definitely, this is another check off the 2021 progress for the Nervous team, is to get this DEX template released. And one of the other things they're looking for is to, design the smart contract language for CKB and stuff like that. Godwoken launch is supposed to happen some point this year. They've got I'll share screen here if you don't mind for 1 second.
Sure. I was just going to go over the article, but I mean, it's basically what we just talked about. And then I was going to go over price predictions and stuff. I did a bunch of math and calculations. I'm sure a lot of people would like to hear.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. We'll get right to that here in a second, but we can kind of see 2021 roadmap. I think probably a lot of this stuff, they're still kind of working on the force bridge as far as I know.
Okay.
But this DEX is something that they have unleashed now. Obviously, it's just not updated on their website yet. Probably because it just happened today.
Yeah.
But we can see that they have their hands full for 2021.
Mm-hmm.
And they've done a good job so far, especially working with Cardano and all that research and blockchain security, stuff like that. But yeah, let's get over to what you were just mentioning, all the kind of technicals and market cap and price tags.
Yeah,
I think
for
the
sure.
followers would be interested in hearing that.
Yeah. So I don't know if there's anything else important in this article. I mean, you guys can watch my video. I just kind of read everything and share my thoughts or whatever. But okay, so it's pretty simple math that I did, but it's pretty interesting. Let me see if I can pull this sticky up. Okay. So we all want, CKB to go up in price, and I just did some realistic calculations based off the total market cap divided by the circulating amount of coins, which is 27,752,515,489. So for what are we at right now currently? Is the
For market cap?
total market cap.
I checked earlier tonight. We were sitting at about 650 million.
650 million. Okay. So if once CKB hits 1 billion market cap, that'll be worth a 0.0360 of a cent. That'll put it in the top 100 coins, equivalent to, what do we got at a billion market cap right here? We got Sia Coin, Horizon, and Telcoin. So we'll be in the top 100 and we'll be equivalent to those three coins. So say CKB doubles, we hit 2 billion market cap. That'll be a 0.07, so it'll be 7 cents, which is equivalent to Helium, Dash, Sushi Swap, and Compound, which will put us in the top 70 coin. So we had a 2 billion market cap. Scroll up, blah, 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 blah. Like I said, 2 billion Harmony, Synthetics Network, Helium, Dash, Sushi, Compound, and you guys can see all the rest. So say we go to 5 billion market cap, that'll put us at an 18-cent CKB. So if we go up to 5 billion, now keep in mind, this is all currently. If the market goes up, all these coins are going to go up in price too. So there's going to be a lot of other coins moving up, that are under the 100 or that are above the top 100 coins.
And one thing too, like a lot of these are shit coins compared to, CKB, and they've managed to work their way up this ladder. So
yeah, so a 5 billion market cap, we're looking at equivalent to OKB, CUSDC, Tezos, which is huge. That's been a top 10 coin back in the day. It's actually booming right now. And then say we double it. So we double CKB's market cap to 10 billion. That puts us at a 36-cent CKB coin. So if we go up to a 10 billion market cap, we're starting to get in with the big boys. And our first 10 billion market cap is Avalanche. And then we got a bunch of 9 billion that are all just hovering around. So we got Filecoin, Polygon, FTX, Intercomputer, Avalanche, Algorand. All the most well-known coins that I'm sure everybody's heard of. So CKB's definitely got ways to go. It's slow and steady, but I think they're doing the right things. And that'll put us in the top 25 coins for that. So if you want to get even more, you go into a $12 billion market cap. That puts us at 43 cents. So we're looking at the top 16 coins at 12 billion. We're on the same page as Litecoin, Binance, Uniswap, Bitcoin Cash, Luna, Chainlink. Before then, boom, it just jumps up to, stablecoin, Polkadot, where you're in the big leagues there in the top 10. So
that's such a separation in market cap from the top 10 to 11.
Yep.
Even like the top 20 to the top 10. I mean, we're talking 20 billion.
Yep.
It's insane. And I'm surprised Internet Computer's doing as good as that is doing, because that just got slaughtered this year.
Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of the basic math that I put together, and I did it in my video. In my opinion, not financial advice, I definitely think I don't know if we'll get to 12 billion realistically or 10 billion at the end of the year. If we shoot up for this last leg and everything goes well with Bitcoin and whatnot by the end of the year and everything peaks out, my prediction, I think we could see about an 18-cent CKB. I think we could see a 5 billion market cap from where we're at now at the peak at this bull run.
That seems reasonable. And, you have to think about, okay, if Coinbase happens, if all this extra money comes flooding in from Ethereum and Cardano, like those are going to be major propellants to the price tag. And even though CKB, I think this is one of the major draws that really turns people from CKB, maybe investing, is the amount in circulation. And a lot of these people just don't understand that when these developers build apps and stuff like that on the Nervous network, that requires physical CKB to store data to, I guess, program their apps and make sure they function. So a lot of this stuff's going to get locked up. Everybody's locking stuff up in the DAO. I do think that it might eat up that 27 billion coins faster than people actually realize, especially if we start getting a large ecosystem like the Cardano Foundation has.
And yeah, especially if it, like I said, like you said, if it gets listed on Coinbase and other US exchanges or any other exchanges, that's just going to increase visibility, awareness, and liquidity within the whole ecosystem. So I definitely could see it growing pretty fast. And they also need, I always revert back to this, a good PR marketing strategy, because I still don't really see that right now.
Yeah, and that's interesting, that you say that, because you are dead on, hit the nail on the head with that. I was snooping around Nervous Network's website because I've been trying to become one of their trailblazer ambassadors, because the Nervous Network is something that obviously I've built this channel around. I love everything about it, but they had a position listed. It was for worldwide marketing director. And this was like a month ago. I'm not sure if it's still available, but it required some kick butt credentials. And so I do think that if they get the right person in there, we might start seeing some marketing happen.
Yeah, I'm thinking this is kind of like Voyager, man. Like, it's like, where's the marketing, where's the PR, and the biggest thing in my time in crypto and where I'm at in my life and everything with investing is patience. People want shit to just blow up. I want money now. Nobody's patient. It's the same thing with Cardano. It's like smart contracts aren't going to come out, and there's a whole bunch of other blockchains that already have smart contracts. Blah 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 blah. It's it takes time, people. That's the biggest thing, because people are getting into these S coins or these meme coins that are super cheap, and then they just blow up and they make all this money. So then they're expecting actual projects that have fundamentals and use case to do the same. That's not how it works, at least in my opinion. I don't know. It just takes time, and just be patient. You're going to have haters. You're going to have people that FUD all the time. But if you really do your own research and you dig in, you put the hours into a project, and you invest in it and you believe in it, I think it'll do well in the long run, in my opinion.
Yeah.
At least all the coins that I've
absolutely in. And you tell you what, this guy here on the screen is patient. He's just kicking back on his couch, smoking a heater, drinking some Budweiser,
an old Gatorade in a jar.
He's got some, I don't know. It looks like a meth lab. So, wow. What did you think of this picture when I tagged you in it?
Dude, Crypto? That was hilarious. I literally laughed. I was like, oh my God, man, he would do something like that.
Gosh, I saw that picture and I go, wow, that's a classic. That guy's probably dead for sure.
Oh yeah. But yeah, that's how I feel about CKB. got the potential. It's got definitely the use case behind it, the fundamentals.
Mm-hmm.
No one's really talking about it. It needs PR, marketing, definitely long-term hold. I think it'll do pretty well here at the peak, but I think within the next 1 to 2 years, we'll see definitely between a 50 cent to $1.50 CKB. But I could be totally wrong. You never know with this market. It's absolutely insane.
I mean, Cardano was what? How many cents 6 months ago, a year ago? And now it's, pushing $2.50, $3, $4.
Yeah.
That thing's going to hit $5 here.
I think it'll be between 5 to 8 potentially the peak of this bull run.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be nice to see for all those holders.
I mean, the next 2-3 weeks are going to be insane.
Yeah, I do think you're right on that. I had originally sold off most of my holdings right before that nasty little correction Bitcoin and the market experience. I got so lucky on that, dude. Like, I saw this little pattern and I'm like, this isn't looking good. And like 20 minutes later, it was over. But things do look like they are kind of flattening out a little bit. I don't know.
Should we go over
what
Bitcoin? I don't even know what the markets are right now.
Yeah, me either. I kind of almost think like, was that rug pull a gift to the people of El Salvador in a way?
I've heard that. Yeah.
This is your chance to get in. We're make you guys rich. But yeah, that's definitely something. I've gotten a lot of questions, folks. We'll go ahead. Bear with me 1 second here. I just got to get my YouTube channel pulled up so I can share the screen.
I haven't been checking the comments.
I did have somebody impersonating me earlier.
What?
So,
you made it big. Once you got
it's-
people impersonating you, you've made it.
yeah, I've had to kick several of these people out. I'll get to the comment section here, but
in the chat section, you got spammers now.
Yeah, in not in this chat section yet, but in some of the other videos, I saw somebody was dropping Telegram and they had copied my thumbnail and all that stuff. I don't know. It's a never-ending game with the scammers. I posted a few.
The Nigerian scammers.
Yeah, for sure. I posted a few pulls here the last couple days. Obviously, people were buying the dip. That was very evident and hodling. So that's good to see. Dropped this pull earlier today, as you guys might have known from the video I did earlier. I picked up 2 CK boxes, which are very hard to get. So, long story short, after reaching out to Gold Shell, explaining to them, hey, I would like to pay full price for your CK box. Like, just get me a couple. I'll put them on the channel so all these CKB Nervous Network enthusiasts can at least take a peek at them. Well, nobody got back to me. They're sold out completely. So I ended up having to go to eBay, and I don't recommend anybody get their CK box from eBay, but I paid $2,400 for 2 CK boxes and a power supply unit, which will pay for itself here within the next year. But with that said, it'll be interesting to see how this holds up. It should yield about 400 to 500 CKB a day, which I just plan on depositing right into the Nervous DAO.
Yeah.
But
that's like me. Cool. I'm still waiting on my helium miner. I don't know if I told you about that.
No.
The helium network. It uses
Did you buy one of those?
Yeah, I bought it back in end of May, early June, but they're back ordered till probably this month or next month. I should be getting it. But it literally uses no electricity. It's just a router and an antenna, and you can mine helium. But that's a whole nother conversation in itself. Is anyone in helium mining in here? Anybody know anything about that? But I had my cousin's friend has a whole business model based on helium mining, and like there's a whole map you can pull up to see where other helium miners are. So the more helium miners that are like within your area, the more you make, type of thing. But there's a whole weird technicality thing that goes with helium mining, and I just know their routers are just super backed up. But you can go on eBay, like you said, with CKB and buy one for like $2,000 right now, where I paid $500 straight from when they did the pre-order sale, just to try to save some. But
I've seen the helium antennas hanging off like people's houses and stuff.
Yeah, there's like different DBI, 8 DBI antenna or something I got with mine, and I got a special edition one from Voscoin. If you guys heard of Voscoin, he's one of the biggest YouTubers that does tons of mining. So I got like his special edition one, thinking it would come faster. No, Synchro Bit, I think, is the mining rig that I got.
Nice. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, here's an example of one of these little scammers, 6-fig stock trader. This is not me. Let's click on it.
But who literally? I always want to bring this up. Who actually clicks on that? Who's gonna go WhatsApp? Like, what is that? Send direct message to what?
Is this a phone number? This has to be like a phone number.
I mean, people are stupid, but like, who are you gonna fool? I don't think anyone here is gonna like fall for that.
Yeah, I mean, you can just see they just bomb out. I mean, this is yeah,
go report that. I didn't see that. Did you have that blocked with like in your keywords? Because I know you can block certain.
I have certain keywords blocked, but this is, I don't know. They just tweak something here, and I don't know. Look, it looks like all they had to do was bold
the couple.
6-fig stock trader. Nice. Way to go, YouTube, for.
And you should just change your profile pic.
Yeah.
Then they'll change it the next day. It's ridiculous that this is actually people's lives, and wherever. Nigeria, as I always hear, is the most common, but I'm sure it's everywhere. People just scam. When your life has to get that low where you got to just go on the internet and do that, it's just pretty sad.
It's pretty sketchy.
Yeah, WhatsApp. No one in the United States uses WhatsApp. I don't use that. It's just, you already know it's a foreign person doing it.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway.
Should we check out Voyager Token? I know this is kind of your token, man. And ever since you've been telling me about Voyager, it's kind of grown on me. Just, the community, big shout out to them. And I know you're a part of the leadership over there. What a nasty little thing going on here for.
It's getting a lot of FUD lately, and our Voyager community is trying to like combat it and whatnot. But it's just patience. I truly believe in the Voyager token, and they're trying to become the next digital bank of this decade and years to come. So,
I mean, imagine buying this dip.
Oh, I got some breaking news. I got some breaking news for you guys. On the last live stream with DJ Crypto, they were interviewing Steve Ehrlich. So they're going to be rolling out a debit card within the Voyager platform. So essentially, if you hold USDC within Voyager, you'll get this debit card. You can just put money, or you'll link your debit card to your account in USDC, and you can just go anywhere and buy it. It automatically converts everything from USDC to fiat through your bank, and you can just buy whatever. Absolutely game changing.
That is cool.
The biggest reason why I cannot wait for this. So Steve said that in the next 1 to 2 weeks, there's a team, his team, like 20, 30 people are going to be getting the debit card finally. It was sitting next to him in the interview. And they're going to be trialing it the next couple of weeks. Well, the next couple of weeks. And then they're going to roll it out to some other people within the community. Hopefully I'm one of them. And then they're going to finalize it. Hopefully by the end of the year, they're going to roll out the Voyager debit card, which is, you won't even need a bank. You won't need a centralized bank.
Yeah, that's interesting. And here's my take on all that. So let's see that. Let's just say that, okay, you've got a debit card that pulls from USDC and you've got money in there that's accumulating at a 10% interest rate over the year.
Depends. For
Okay.
everyone that holds the minimum amount required, which is 100 USDC or 9% interest, depending on your Voyager loyalty program, there's 3 tiers. If you're the top tier, you can earn 10.5% interest on USDC. But yeah. But you can hold your money in there and spend it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I won't need to transfer any of that to a bank where you earn nothing. Centralized bank.
And so even some of the smaller accounts will get some sort of interest, 5, 7, 8%, somewhere in there, maybe 3%.
They actually just came out. I hate talking about Voyager on your channel because everyone's CKB, but they just announced that if you hold a minimum of 25 VGX, you can get 7% interest per month.
I mean, that's an incentive. So, point being that if you get the debit card, get an interest on your money, you can spend that interest. It's like free money to spend, I guess. That's cool.
Yeah.
Quick overview on Voyager Token. As you all know, this thing took a nasty spill. We do have some healthy support right around this $2.70-ish level. Clear descending triangle. And we might see a pop out of this channel here soon. Would kind of be my hope. We can actually kind of see how on the 1-hour chart we've got this candle pushing on the 50. So it wouldn't surprise me to see Voyager Token break through this and maybe come up and test this 200 moving average around $3.40. And I would suspect this could happen in the next couple days. Not financial advice or anything like that, but just an honest opinion on what I'm seeing with Voyager Token right now. Obviously, I think $2.70 might be the floor for now. We can see the lows are getting higher, which is a good sign. Let's check out Bitcoin. I know Bitcoin's, as much as I freaking hate Bitcoin, folks. Gosh, I hate how it moves the market. All of that. See, I think I put out a tweet. There's CryptoAirborne and his new couch. I had put out a tweet saying that there was a possible market move from 9:15 to 10:45 a.m. today. And let's just kind of look at what exactly happened in this time frame. So right in between 10 and 11 a.m., let's look at this on like a 15-minute chart.
Angela, I agree with you. I barely have any money. I'm fiat poor, crypto rich. I just have enough in my bank account to pay expenses and go out to the grocery store every once in a while. And then she said, what else did they say? Nick Burge, no, we're VGX here too. Nice. You VGX hero? ABC said, wow, I hope that the SEC doesn't want to destroy it. Steve did address that too on DJ's live stream like 2 hours ago because of all the SEC stuff going on with Coinbase. And they were like, oh, are you worried that Voyager, might have the same implications with the lending and whatnot? But he's like, I don't know what other, businesses do other keys, but he's like, I have a good feeling like with Voyager, he's like, we're doing all the right things. They're a publicly traded company. So they're just doing the right things. And if the SEC wants to do something, which they're being pretty crazy right now, then so be it.
Yep. Yeah, it's definitely unknown territory right now. But yeah, so you can kind of see, in between 9:45 and what did I say? 9:15 and 10:45. We can kind of see that there's a little bit of a level off and a spike upwards. It's tough to tell with some of these Fibonacci time sequence stuff, especially when the market is being manipulated. You can kind of see, folks, how I was seeing Bitcoin squeeze. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, this is going to be one of the worst corrective waves we have ever seen. But then, I don't know. it's just Bitcoin being Bitcoin at this point. We're still in a position where we could move down. My personal opinion. I haven't seen any real solid patterns showing up. I guess one could argue there may or may not be some sort of ascending triangle that could be forming up to this time sequence on September 12th or 10th, 8 p.m. Central Time. It's going to get interesting here in the next couple of days, trading within this triangle here.
Hopefully September 12th with the big announcement of Cardano and a bunch of other things we have going on fundamentally within the market. Bitcoin goes up. I mean, I don't know. This could be a giant turning point where Bitcoin keeps going down and all these big new alts, Solana, Cardano, all these other chains just start doing their own thing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Bitcoin, I don't think it'll last forever like some people think. Just my opinion. It may or may not, even though it's the OG. Companies don't last forever,
Rome fell.
40 years. Yeah. Who knows? I mean, Bitcoin's been around for 12 years or so.
Yep.
So yeah, maybe it'll be around another 8 years, but something might come along and overtake it. Nobody knows.
Yep. And Bitcoin is in this crazy kind of position right now, trading within this Fibonacci channel. We can see this 50% line right here, and then we have the cloud. So Bitcoin's either got to break through here or kind of navigate in between this Fibonacci line and the cloud, because if we start going into the cloud, bad things happen, as you guys can see right here. And it's going to be interesting next couple weeks with Bitcoin as well. Let's look at StormX. Let me know what do you know about StormX, CryptoAirborne? I know you've got a bag.
Yeah, that's my number 3 biggest holding right now. Met the CEO down in Daytona last weekend. Good guy. Found out he's only 30 years old, so he's real young, based out of Seattle. Kind of has the vibes of Voyager. Great community. They've been around a while. They're in like over 120 some countries where they do buyback, cashback for your purchases. So you can download their app. You can go to Amazon. You can go to whatever vendors they have and buy whatever you normally do, and then you can get cash back in StormX or whatever. They have a staking program where you can earn 10% cashback rewards. They have a debit card, credit card coming out soon. They just made an 8-figure deal with the Portland Trailblazers. They have their patch on their jerseys. Basketball season's coming up, so there's a lot of big things coming up with this company. I think it's like a Voyager type of company. Great community. And just big things to come. Another hidden, I think that's going to be a good long-term hold.
Yep, I agree. Yeah, so we can see StormX had one hell of a run here. My goodness, this thing almost pulled a 2x, at least a 1.5x. Daily chart, this looks okay. I'm really hoping that we see the golden cross happen with StormX, and we see this 200 kind of cruise up like this. It would be good for the holders. Let's look at this at a super high level. I'm just going to kind of get rid of everything on the screen, and let's pull up some basic Fibonacci extensions. And Viola, what we can see is StormX on the daily chart, folks, came right up to this 50% line and retraced. That is good to see, but I would have rather hoped that it got kind of hung up on this 38.2. Nonetheless, it did get caught by this 23.6, which is good, because otherwise I have a feeling that we'd see a 78.6 somewhere down in here if we go to the retracement side of things, and we'd be looking more at a retracement side of things if that hadn't happened. Of course, you can kind of see, it looks like they got some strong support right at this 3-cent level. I mean, if StormX does fall below this level, We could be in price discovery mode for a bottom. As much as that pains me to say it, that is a reality. But I think for now, it's look good. It's going to probably come back up. If we get the golden cross, this might be in the midst of forming some sort of cup and handle or inverse head and shoulders, folks. This is what I like to see. Let's just pull this up. And what I'm looking for, folks, is kind of a clear neckline down like this. So it wouldn't surprise me to see a Storm X on the 4-hour chart reversed here, came back down to the 0.032, and this might work a leg up. Let's pull up a head and shoulders, and you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. I mean, on this 4-hour chart, I'm just going to bank this shoulder right like that. But you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about here, is that we have a potential for a clear neckline to form this inverse head and shoulders. And what we'd like to see is, if we get this bounce off the 200, a nice rebound to the upside. Could be likely. I'm not really seeing, as far as a neckline is concerned, I'm just not seeing it for a head and shoulders pattern here. So that's kind of where we're sitting at for StormX. Hopefully we start to see a retest of this 38.2 around 4.5 cents.
Nice. I was trying to go through the comments.
Definitely. Looks like Sol and Tezos. We've got about 6 minutes left. Although we always say that and then go an extra 40 minutes. What do you know about Tezos and Sol, CryptoAirborne?
Not much, to be honest with you. I got into Tezos back in the day when I had Coinbase, but when Coinbase started to offer it at like $2.50. What is it right now? I have no clue. And I know it's made a decent run lately. Like it's been it's been up there, but not really heard too much. Solana, I know, is kind of like the Cardano. It's just been blowing up. But
do you know what makes Solana so special? I just haven't looked at it too much. Oh. Looks like we might be having some technical difficulties. Okay, I'm not sure. Hey, in the comment section, can you guys hear me or CryptoAirborne? I'm showing red bars on his connection, so he may be having some difficulties, or else it is my internet. Rob KC, where's the Chick-fil-A sauce at? The grocery store. I got to go pick some up. Oh, man. We've got... Okay, so... Okay, thank you, people in the comments section. Looks like CryptoAirborne is having some difficulties here. I'm just going to go ahead and kind of mute him. I'm going to send him a private message here. Oh, there we go. Hey, CryptoAirborne, are you there?
I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we had a big breakdown with the connection. Right. But we're kind of getting into Tezos. Thank you to everyone who was chiming in there. We definitely see a very nice cup formation. This is a little bit of a shallow handle. I don't like to see something this shallow. Usually I like to see, a more defined handle, but it is what it is. So with that said, I must have been looking at Tezos at some point in time here recently, because obviously I have some of those fib lines pulled up. Let's take a peek and see where Tezos is at and where it could possibly go to. So unfortunately right now for Tezos is we are wicking the 78.6, and that is a lot of times where we will see traders sell off and maybe reverse their positions. We are nipping right at the heels of the 78.6. So it wouldn't surprise me to see price action maybe kind of form this symmetrical triangle or ascending triangle right below it or right on it to make its move up to this $8.50-ish level. But if that happens, holders of Tezos could be in for a treat, because this is a quite nice cup and handle, or at least a cup. It wouldn't surprise me to see this rerun of $8.40 in the near future. CryptoAirborne had to step away for 1 second. Let's check out Sol quick.
I'm back.
All right, thank you.
Had to use the restroom.
Okay. Let's look. Oh man, Sol, look at this. My
dude,
goodness.
is it ever going to end? Type of thing.
So, I mean,
so is this defying TA? That's my question.
No, and no. At least what I'm seeing here, right out of the gates, I'm looking for Elliott wave theory on a grand scale, and this is it. Typically, what we will see is similar moves or waves within a wave. With that said, you could probably argue that, you might have something here, definitely have something here. And usually you will see these impulse waves, within larger waves, if that makes any sense. So this makes perfect sense to me. And in fact, I do think that if we were to draw up a pitchfork, it would have predicted this future quite nicely. So had we been paying attention to Solana, we can definitely see how it played within this pitchfork almost to a T. Measuring off this point here, we came up, bounced off this top point of resistance, and came down to this support level, and now we are blowing the top off once again. That's just amazing to me, to be able to look at that in hindsight. Now, if we go and look at something like this, we can see currently we are fighting the resistance line in this pitchfork. Anything below this little orange line is support. Anything on this side is resistance. So forces of nature pushing this way, forces of nature pushing this way. Will Solana make it further up? That's a pretty steep, path to take. It wouldn't surprise me at all. But this is unbelievable price action.
I hope Voyager Token takes off like this, because the circulating supply of Solana is 293 million. And with all the Voyager stuff going on right now, I think it hasn't updated yet in CoinMarketCap. There's only 222 million, I want to say, VGX, but with the token burn and LGO, well, it depends. Come the 20th, hopefully all those LGO tokens get burnt and they don't swap them over. But but the total supply of Solana is 488 million. So if this gives you an idea of where Voyager can go, I don't know what to tell you.
I do think Voyager has every bit of potential to, peak over $100 for sure. In the future. Yeah, for sure.
I just don't understand why Solana, I know there's a lot of projects being built on it and whatnot, but why is it taking off so much? Does anyone, whoever's big into Solana, what's the reason why it's taken off? I don't know. I literally don't follow it except the price action. I know it's been taken off.
Yeah, that's crazy. Looks like Angela says she sold her Solana at 127. Okay. Well, I hope you got some profit out of that at least.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with taking profit. And
Exactly.
let me tell you a little story, Angela. I once bought CryptoAirborne knows this story.
Oh, this story again.
I
Yeah, I
bought
hate this too.
200 Bitcoin for $1,200 back in the day. And you know how much I sold them all for? A $100 profit. So there's that. And I mean, it is what it is. But getting back to Solana, we can look at this Elliott wave theory, especially on the weekly chart. It's so transparent. I would guess that Solana is getting ready to top out here. And we are seeing very high RSI. At least maybe a little consolidation will be necessary. I would like to see price action kind of move back in towards the cloud and then go for another run up. I mean, 127. I mean, I tell you what, this was at, I'm just trying to see, in March, this was at $9. In July, this was at 29. So yeah, I hear you. It's frustrating. Do we see anybody else in the comments section? CryptoAirborne?
Yeah, there's Gustavo said Zilliqua.
Zill? Let's see if it's Zill.
Man, I haven't paid attention to that in a while. It's up 15% though, the last 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
It's taken off. Yeah, I just checked CoinGecko. And then where can I message you, Airborne Nick? Yeah, just hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, or just go to my YouTube. I have all my stuff linked in the cover photo or whatever. Angela, I made some, got it in April. Nice. NFTs, that's a whole nother conversation. I've got heavy into NFTs the last couple of weeks, but with ETH gas fees, I think the NFT market's slowing down right now until they get their, who knows? I don't know what's going on with ETH right now. ETH's dying, in my opinion. I hate Ethereum.
They need to get their shit together.
Yeah, I'm hoping Cardano comes out. Everyone just leaves it and goes to Cardano. But I'm a Cardano maxi. No, I'm not a maxi. I have a bunch of other tokens or coins or whatever. But I really want Cardano to succeed. That's just me, though.
Yeah, I do too. It's a good coin, good creator. Hoskinson.
531. Yep, that's right, Nick.
Okay, Alpha 7's asking for Hydra. We'll do that after this. Hey, what is it? Zilquilla? Ziliqua?
Zilliqa, I think.
Okay.
I've heard of it. I've never done any research on it. I know it was a top coin back in the day.
Okay, so this really did suffer quite the catastrophic breakdown. Definitely see why this happened too. As CryptoAirborne knows, I'm all about the patterns, and one thing we can see is what is that, CryptoAirborne?
The ascending triangle or the ending diagonal.
That's right, the ending diagonal.
Okay, well, what's the difference between ascending triangle and an ending diagonal?
So an ascending triangle is basically
it's more clean looking.
Yeah, no, an ascending triangle is a bullish pattern, and so you'll see the lows get higher, and because eventually
it's going off the line right there.
Right, and then so eventually what happens is price action is forced to inverse, meaning that we head upwards. So that is kind of what we're seeing, and the ending diagonal is just it's basically the reverse of a falling wedge, if you want to put it that way. And here's an example of a falling wedge right after an ending diagonal. We're seeing this pretty evident here. We can see what happens when this kind of turns around and heads to the downside. We get a nice pop. So I do love trading these two patterns for sure. But there's a bigger picture here going on with Zill. And let's just try to figure out where this thing is at inside a Fibonacci channel. because I'm having kind of a hard time getting a beat on this. So right now on the daily chart, potential for a golden cross, and we might see price action. Let's just look at this really quick on a 4-hour chart. Okay, so it does look like it was fighting with this Fibonacci line here. Couldn't stay up inside this channel here. So what we might see is a breakdown in price, and it wouldn't surprise me to see some sort of symmetrical triangle form or something like that, maybe pop to the upside. I'm not really seeing, I mean, man, the way this price action is playing out, there's really not a solid concrete inverse head and shoulders or anything like that forming. But I do think that this thing is coiling. Let's go ahead and just throw up a little Fibonacci time sequence once. And let's just draw from this area to this area.
You remember Thor from
I do. Is he in here?
No, but he never knew about those time sequences, and he was looking into that. He said, "Oh, I really like that," which actually is a good indicator, in my opinion, based off watching you for a while. And then, the Gartley. Did you ever look into that? Do your homework on that?
The Gartley pattern, I have not. I'm aware of it. It's a lot to try and master that because it involves measuring certain points off Fibonacci, and eventually you come to some sort of weird figure, like a butterfly looking shape thing on the screen.
Yeah.
And there's two different types of it, and like two different types of these patterns that show up. I don't know. It's just too much. I don't like it because it's a lot of work
to try to what works for you, I guess, right?
Right. And here's a perfect example of time sequence working. Just measuring a swing high at the start of this little stretch here to a swing low. I mean, look at this. We were able to predict market movement right at this point. That's unbelievable to me.
That's crazy.
I mean, even right here, we predicted the market was going to go up. Market reversed here. Market reversal right here. It's just everything revolves around Fibonacci. But Zequilla, this is a tough read. On the daily chart, it looks good, like it's wanting to do a nice golden cross, but anything's possible. We just don't want to see it fall below this cloud.
Those are what are they called? Emoku clouds?
Ichimoku clouds.
Ichimoku clouds.
Yeah, because we can see what happens when we fall through the cloud. That's just not good. And this, yeah,
and
go ahead.
You don't want to trade within the cloud, right? I think it was
Correct.
What you said. You either want to trade above it or below it. Is
correct. Yep. And here we can see some Elliott wave theory to the downside as well. So that's kind of interesting. Very nice, evident corrective waves. And this could be one of these grander scale corrective waves too. So keep that in mind. I would say if you see ZIL trading any lower than 7 cents, maybe there's a cause to be concerned. So that'd be wiping out about 25% of where it's at right now. Let's see. Anybody else?
25 people watching.
Okay, 25. That's
Make sure you guys smash the thumbs up if you haven't already.
Yeah, definitely. We appreciate all the smashing of the like button and below. CryptoAirborne.
Follow me, subscribe to me, all the typical stuff. You guys know what it's all about. Man. It's hard to be a YouTuber nowadays, guys. Like I'm gonna be straightforward. Like it takes a lot of work. It's a lot more than just like shooting a video and talking. Like there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff with editing and tagging, how you properly tag to grow your channel. Like I just hit 200 subscribers. I started about a month and a half ago, and I'm doing like daily, every other day, every couple days videos. I'm doing live streams. I'm doing VGX Heroes Friday night hangouts and stuff, and it's hard. Like, I don't know. I do this for fun because this is just a passion for myself, and I know Six Fig loves doing charts and whatnot. But why not get paid doing what you love, type of thing? So
Right.
I'm working my way towards monetization. I'd love it, like just another stream of income doing what you love. So if you guys want to support, feel free to support.
Yep, absolutely. And Marcos, I got you on Cody next. So
Ooh,
yeah, we got.
Cody.
What's that? You do you?
I got some Cody. Yeah, when it listed, I got about $500 worth of it because it was something with Cardano. I don't know if they're still in it, but I remember hearing about it. They're going to transfer over to the Cardano ecosystem, I think, here soon.
Okay, interesting.
Let's just keep going. I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'll stay up all night.
Yeah, for sure. Let's keep it going. Hydra. Somebody asked for Hydra earlier. It's in an interesting position, and again, this is just short, sweet, to the point. TA, nothing super crazy. We can see this Fibonacci channel. One thing I'm not liking about this right now is that this thing is squeezing right above the cloud in between the 250 on the daily. Now, if this, man, they say it's never a good thing to poke the cloud. And here we have several pokes. So I have my doubts. Actually, you know what? I think we're going to look at this on a 4-hour chart here. And again, this isn't financial advice or anything like that, but getting back to the whole ascending triangle, you can definitely see somewhat of an ascending triangle here. And it looks like, I guess one could make the argument that there might be something here. One thing that I don't like right now is the way this popped and the way this dropped right away. We got Elliott wave theory. If you guys don't know about Elliott wave theory, I want you guys to study Elliott wave theory. Google it. There's lots of good YouTube channels that will tell you about Elliott wave theory. And this is what I use a lot of times to make my moves. We can clearly see a move like this. It's easy to play out. So let's say you're holding here. You see this move start to play out. You're counting the paces. Okay, I know we're at 0.3 to 4. I'm going to sell off somewhere around here and buy back in here. I'm just going to give a quick rundown on Elliott wave. Wave 2 to 3 always has to be, it can never be the shortest wave. So being that this is the longest wave, longer than 0.0 to 1, we're good. Usually we don't see wave 4 to 5 go super high. Usually it just kind of caps off a few clicks above 0.3. So boring little tutorial on Elliott wave theory, but I do love that. I would have liked to see something like this, though, and a move to the upside. So this kind of worries me that we are hovering so close to this Fibonacci channel line. RSI is not doing shit. It's at 53. Stochastics are looking like price wants to come down. So looks like CryptoAirborne is going to step away for a second, but I'd be happy to continue this freak show of a podcast. So Sunshine Daydreams, what did you got here? We're going to hit you up, Marcos. I did see Sunshine wants Ocean. Okay, Sunshine, we will get you after Marcos, because Marcos is my boy here. What did you want? Cody. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, this thing's going straight down to like a penny. For sure. No, I'm just kidding. Let's look at the grand scheme of things with Cody. And, for me, I'm sure a lot of you have probably noticed that I am not the most technical when it comes to knowing the ins and outs, the news and stuff. I'm a day trader, and that's what I do the best. So we can see very, very nice setup using Fibonacci channeling, folks. We had a nice pump up to the 61.8 reversal on the daily chart. We are now testing this 200 moving average and the 50. Will we get a little Elliott wave theory to the upside? Nobody really knows, but I definitely can tell you folks, and this is why I'm telling you guys, that you need to get your butts on YouTube and start studying Elliott wave theory, because once you do this, I guarantee you, your trading will get a lot better. I mean, we can just, measure these retracements and pullbacks here quite easily. So what we might be seeing right now is, let's look at a 4-hour chart. Okay. This is going to look a little weird because it's a 4-hour chart. Man, 4-hour chart, stop by the 200. That's good. One thing I'm not liking about this, Marcos, is the fact that we do have some sort of triangular formation here off a bearish dog leg. The good thing is that it is looking like an ascending triangle. So we might see something like this. Let's go ahead and see if we can pinpoint a potential Fibonacci time zone. Okay. Okay, so we always got to look back in hindsight when we do these time sequence because we can see that it predicted a fallout here, somewhat of a reversal around this time. I'm not sure, somewhat of a reversal here. And we have something on the charts for September 11th at 11 p.m. Central Time. So, we might see this act as a reversal point to the up or the downside. It could be a launch point. It's really kind of up in the air. It's in a good position somewhat. I'm just trying to figure this out. I mean, this could be setting up for a move to the downside. I'm just kind of looking at the way Elliott wave theory goes and trying to predict, maybe that move there. I want to go back to a daily. Looks like we got CryptoAirborne back in the house.
Yeah, I was doing a little research on Cody because I bought a bag of it on Coinbase the other day when it launched, just a couple $100 or whatever, because I knew they mentioned about it in the Cardano ecosystem. So I guess Cardano is using Cody as a payment. I guess they're a partner with their payment system with Cardano. They are the first enterprise-grade fintech platform that empowers organizations to build their own payment solution and digitize any currency to save time and energy. They're ranked 229 on CoinGecko, up 5.8%. There's only 2 billion total circulating supply. So it's pretty small with the circulating supply right now of 868 million. So definitely room to growth with this coin.
Yep.
But, I remember hearing a lot about it on some of the Cardano channels that I follow on YouTube. So as soon as it got listed on Coinbase, which I didn't know where else I could buy it, I bought like a decent bag. And it boomed. I bought it obviously at the top because I wasn't paying attention. I was in Daytona at the time, like trying to buy a pair of shoes for the event because I had a piece of crap pair of shoes that I went down there with. But that's a whole nother story. But yeah, anyway, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, we may see a corrective wave to the downside bounce off this 200 moving average, but it might just be enough to pull this 50 moving average up and over. And it would be awesome to see price action avoid touching this cloud at all. So might have to check in. Marcos, remind me if you watch some of my videos in the next week to check out Cody, and I will do my best to do a follow-up. This could be setting up for kick-ass cup and handle too. So let's see, BTT for the pack, absolutely.
Packable needs the packable to get some BTTTA, bro.
Yeah, that's right. Got the best name in all of crypto. Man. So what do you know about, let's see, am I looking at, man, I'm looking at the wrong thing. BTT? What is that? BitTorrent?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, BitTorrent, BTT. Packable. We got to get him on the channel or my channel sometime.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
would
Oh,
love
yeah.
to know what he does.
Yeah, for sure.
Besides packing a bull.
That is epic. It's freaking genius. I wish I would have named my YouTube channel that. But I mean, we're looking at BitTorrent. You know, it's in this position where we may see this corrective wave happen. And I know you guys are sick and tired of me talk about Elliott wave theory, but you know, we can see you know, this mini move to the downside. We got some consolidation going on. This is in such a very similar situation to Cody, where we are riding or dying right now. I'm seeing this symmetrical triangle form. Okay, but yeah, I hear you, Pekka. You know, it's got somewhat of an ascending triangle. That's never a guarantee. It's always better, in my opinion, to see an ascending triangle forming off this nasty shed than a symmetrical triangle. But the fact that this is a triangle does somewhat worry me. This may be a point for recovery, especially on the 4-hour chart. What I would like to do is see price action rise up to about 0.00436. And if we can get somewhere in this area and cut through this cloud, I would look for a bullish setup, you know, within the next week or so to make a trade upwards. You know, like we're seeing here, once we get above this cloud, kind of form a some sort of symmetrical triangle, something like that, it's always easy to go up. But let's take a grander peek at this. We can see, you know, over time, BitTorrent has been in a retracement since April. We know this because the highs keep getting lower. I'm not saying that the price action couldn't come up like this, but this is what we are able to observe right now. We are seeing the lows get lower. So definitely appears that the bears are winning up to this point here. And then all hell broke loose and we had a golden cross, which is good to see on the 4-hour chart. One thing that concerns me about this is the biggest thing on the 4-hour chart, is price action has cut straight through the 50 and the 200. If this does in fact pull this 50 down over or below this 200, we have what's called the death cross. And that is kind of what happens like right here. I know, kind of hovered and dropped off significantly. Okay. So I hope that answers your question, Packable. If you're interested in seeing where this coin retraced down to, whoops. Oh my gosh, I am just on brain freeze right now.
You would.
I didn't even hear you.
Anyone have any other questions that they want to ask about anything? We got 25 people consistently watching tonight. I really appreciate you guys watching.
That's great.
The comment section been pretty quiet, but
yeah.
I know there's some lurkers out there. If you're a lurker, say something. Don't be afraid to say anything. I'm actually a pretty quiet guy in real life. Kinda. I force myself to talk to people. I hate people, to be honest with you. Sadat,
people hate you.
Stock trader is my favorite. ABC, yeah, shut up.
I appreciate that.
18-cent Tron, Packable, and I'm the one that's smoking.
At least somebody's smoking. But yeah, Packable, back to the lowest. I mean, if you see BitTorrent ranging down to 0.003, I mean, we could easily see this price drop down that far. Whether it does it or not, nobody knows, but we did have this huge wick down to this region the other day. So anything's possible at this point. If you see it start cooking below 0.035, you might want to consider your position. I did see somebody threw out Ocean. You know anything about that? CryptoAirborne?
Nope. Ocean Protocol, nope. Heard of it. I know it's on Voyager, but never. I think I actually invested into it like in 2020, just messing around. But I literally, I'll be honest with you guys, I shoot from the hip. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, for sure. And man, Ocean is not looking good. Just mining once again. I do hope that I am wrong. One thing that I'm noticing right out of the gates here is the potential, and I say potential, for some sort of head and shoulders pattern that could possibly be forming. And here's why I say this. On the 12-hour chart, we have seen price action cut through the 50, and we have a good old symmetrical triangle below the cloud. So we may be, in fact, coming down to do a nice corrective wave to check this 200 moving average around the 58 to 60 cent level. I would expect a wick down lower below that. However, if it does not hold at this 200, I would definitely expect price action to come down to 34 cents. So again, I'm not here to tell you what to do or give you financial advice. This is just kind of the setup that I'm seeing right now, and doesn't necessarily mean that it's right. So I want everybody to know that about my TA. One other thing I want to play devil's advocate with this really quick too is that if we draw up a Fibonacci channel, we will see a completely different story. So if we do stay trading within this channel, we can see it has kind of obeyed this channel to a certain extent. And, you know, we may see price action work itself down to 0.55, somewhere in there. I do think that 35 cent level is maybe one of the more worse scenarios. But as we go into the fall, winter, it definitely wouldn't surprise me to see Ocean maybe kind of do one of these things. Might see something happen in early January if it maintains this trend line here. But
Nice. We
it
got
is
a
what it is.
lot of stuff in the chat we got to catch up with.
Oh,
And
man.
actually, I just had the professional basketball player Jarnell just text me. I told him to join the chat here.
See you in here?
No, I don't know. He might pop in, but
Give him a shout out.
yeah. So Jarnell Stokes, I met him down in Daytona. He's a professional basketball player. He played for the Grizzlies, and he did a 4-month contract in China. He played for their professional league. He's an entrepreneur. He wrote a book. He's doing a screenwriting play with some big NBA basketball players. And I'm trying to get him on my channel, and we've been back and forth with the interviewing things. And he's been texting me because he's in Vegas right now, and he's like, "Oh man, I was like, dude, I'm live right now. Come on live, let's go." So we'll see what's going on, but he might join the chat, Jarnell. But he's a good dude. Anyway, that's a
Tell
side
him
note.
to get his ass in here, and we'll review a coin for him.
Oh, for sure. But dude, there's been a lot of comments. I'm trying to catch up. It's hard. Angela said, "Did you see my question about the total market cap?" Do you remember what she said?
Oh, I did not see that. Sorry. Was that for what coin was that for, Angela? Can you let us know? Let's see. When I got in, the total market cap was below 2 trillion. Okay.
2 trillion. What?
That would be maybe 2 billion.
Not trillion, billion, bro.
Yeah, billion. Yeah, it'd have to be billion.
Gustavo, nice. Sand, Zilica, CKB, of course, SRM. Cool. Oh, when I got in, the total market cap was below 2 billion. I think she typoed. But prices were higher. Now it's 2.15 trillion and prices are lower. Why is that? Where is all that money going? Oh, she's talking about the total market cap. Okay. and like
Just
I'm out.
supply and demand. Yep, that's all that is. Supply and demand.
It's how the market moves.
It's stupid like that.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, all crypto. Yep. Actually, take a look at pull up the whole crypto market. Have you ever done that before? I've always actually wanted to ask you that because a lot of big YouTubers do that. Is pull up the whole crypto total market cap and they do TA on it to see like how healthy it is. Have you ever done that?
No, I haven't.
Let's do it.
Is it within?
Yeah, it's with it. Yeah,
Trading?
it's with it. Just type in like it's like total market. I don't know how to look for it on TradingView, but if just type in like total market cap or just Google it and then it should pop up. Let me see. Total crypto market cap trading view. Yeah, it's under the.
Well, he does that. I'm just looking at maybe my trade for tomorrow in the stock market. I've been stealing money from LABU.
It just says like total crypto cap.
Total crypto cap. Is that
weird charts? Total crypto cap.
Cool? Okay, I think I found it. Calculated by TradingView.
And then
Yes.
zoom out. Zoom out like on the what am I at? The yearly. It's like yeah, they always zoom out. Like when in doubt, zoom out. This is the big thing that I look.
So this looks shockingly similar to Bitcoin's chart, but we can definitely see a very clear.
This will be interesting.
Yeah. So here's the total crypto market cap. This is very interesting. Again, I'm going to go ahead and let's look at this at a 3-day level. Remember, folks, when I'm telling you guys to look at Elliott wave theory, I am not bullshitting you at all. And here we can see that even though it continued, basically we had this cycle, a back-to-back cycle here. This could be labeled as the ABCDE pattern as well. And we can see this to the downside. See how those impulses work, folks? I'm not sure what the hell is going on here with this little burst of energy. It kind of looks like there might be some sort of market movement there. But let's look at this at a bigger picture. So right now we're dealing with total crypto market cap. What are we seeing? Possibility for a cup and handle? Who knows? But one thing I do want to show everyone is that by measuring this point here to this point here to this point here, we will be able to see clearly where things lie for the market. And I want to do something to show you guys how impactful pitchforks can be by measuring a few different key parts. I think that by measuring this point to this point to this point, we will see this price action possibly arrive somewhere dead center of the pitchfork or to the very top of it. So let's do this. I wasn't even close. So what we can see, though, is that right now, the crypto market in general is clinging to this support level. Hopefully, it's able to maintain. I want to look at this on a daily. Of course, this is interesting setup because here we have somewhat of a very nice bull flagpole. Kind of. We have a golden cross on the daily.
So that's a good thing.
That's a very good thing.
We're going up, guys.
Look at what happened the last time it golden crossed. So, not saying this is going to happen. I mean, I'm
so glad you looked at this, dude. So
here's a very similar pattern, and I'm not saying history is going to repeat itself, but let's look at this at a super high level, folks, because that's what I try to do with my TA. We have this, half-ass bull flagpole. And I'm not trying to get people excited, but we can see this symmetrical triangle kind of forming right here. And I want you guys to look at what we're seeing now. We're kind of seeing a little bit of a symmetrical triangle here, but my only beef with this setup right now is this is kind of farther away from the cloud than I would like it. I would like to see this a little bit more snug, but I mean, it is what it is.
What about the time sequences?
So time sequence, folks, that is a very good.
Never seen that total crypto market cap TA.
Mm-hmm.
How would you even measure that? Like, where do you go from? Do you go from 2017 high, or do you go from? It's like, how do you know where to put it? The time sequence.
A lot of trial and error, and it's just checking things in hindsight. So this is interesting. So let's just go back to maybe like the conception of crypto and just see what pops up. I'm trying to figure out here.
I see what you're doing.
I'm trying to figure out what is the highest point that we can see.
Was there conception at the peak 2017 bull run? Or so you can actually move them.
Yep. So it looks like this part here to this point here. And let's just look in hindsight. And this may or may not tell us anything, folks. But you'd be surprised at a lot of stuff that it does detect.
Yeah.
So it did detect a pullback somewhere in here. It did tell us that, market was about to move. And this is not telling us if things are going to go bearish or bullish. This is just simply telling us, when the market's going to move. Yep. Right after this dip, we can see we had a huge spike down. I'll zoom in on this so everybody can see. We had a huge spike down here, and then it was kind of a reversal point. This was the beginning point where we started to go up. But let's look at the 2017, 2018 high and just kind of measure a few little points here. Bear with me 1 second. I just want to make sure I got everything kind of centered up perfectly. So, what we can see here is, there's a little bit of a reversal that happened here. Nothing to brag about or to get excited about. Price action came down, had a huge dip down to this level. It double bottomed, but price action went up. Coronavirus hit, everything tanked. This time sequence told us that market was about to make a move, and it was straight up.
But now there's a big gap, it looks like, from, unless you have to remove or move the time sequence.
And we will. Yeah, so
like the next.
One of the biggest events that happened recently was the whole coronavirus crash. And this, we can see, I just kind of zoom in here because we're on a daily chart. I need to make sure that this is perfect. So bear with me, folks. I do apologize while I do this. So with that said, we can see that time sequence, kind of warned us. Little price movement was coming. It happened. Same thing with right here. Warned us that things were about to move. They did. Warned us that there was, something was about to happen. We got a nice little pullback here. Even though we are in logarithmic mode, so things look a little bit different. But next time sequence is October 14th. So what is going to happen there? Are we going to stabilize and then head up again? How many trillions can we put into the market?
Or is that the peak of the bull run?
I don't know. This is going to get interesting. I'd say to accurately analyze what's going to happen next, we need to measure this drop off that we had back in April. That was the most severe one we've had in pretty recent times. This is tough. This is very tough. I just want to see October 6th. Let's see what happens when we measure this. October 2nd to October 6th, something in that time frame. Look at this, though, folks. This is very interesting to me. Is that we may be in fact forming somewhat of a cup and handle to go higher. I don't know. I'm not seeing any significant head and shoulders patterns forming. I'm not seeing any inverse head and shoulders patterns forming, but what I am seeing, kind of like what we just saw with, is it Cody or Ocean or whatever it was, that we definitely came up, tested the 61.8 line here. Here's the 50% line here. Are we going to make a move down? On the daily chart, we've got the symmetrical triangle forming, not the pattern I want to see if we're going to make a move up. So this, and I have talked about this for Bitcoin. My one concern about Bitcoin is that if it pulls this 50 moving average up like it's doing here, and we see price action come crashing through the 50 and the 200, that's a very bad sign. Especially when they're this close, what'll happen is the 50 will instantly get pulled down through the 200, and we have what's called a death cross.
So with the golden cross and the total crypto market cap, though, how does that relate to the rest of the coins? Like with Bitcoin, okay, so Bitcoin moves the market, but on the grand scheme of things, the total market cap, we're in a golden cross, which is bullish. So what's the bullish scenario on Bitcoin right now? Can we look at that?
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yep. And so here's my beef with Bitcoin right now. And like I was just kind of saying, on the daily chart, if we're seeing this 50 just get pulled up to the 200 moving average, and we see price action cut through like that, we got a death cross on our hands. And let me show you guys what happens when these death crosses occur. Bear with me. On the daily chart, here is a death cross. We can see how price action came tumbling through the 50, the 200, it rebounded, but ultimately price action came crashing right through this 50 and 200 again, pulling the 50 below this 200, and we saw the bear market. Let's go back and look at 2014. We can see that, price action was right here above the 50. Boom, huge wick down. It was all downhill from there. Price action, you can see that it took a while for this 2014 crash to really happen. I guess you could argue that there was another death cross over here. This suffered a couple death crosses. But
okay, so here's what I'm thinking listening to you. So go back to the total coin market cap. Does that correlate with what's happening now type of thing? You know what I mean? So what we're seeing now, does that correlate to the last 2014 bull run where it had the death cross with Bitcoin, or was it unrelated type of thing?
Yeah, let's look at this. Let's compare them side by side. Total crypto market cap. So we'll change this side up to the
Apollo. What's up, man? Still up. Still up. Apollo's good. He's is that the Apollo VGX dude? Or is that a different guy? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm still up. I haven't checked any Discords or anything going on.
Jason Mugg. Yeah, I hope Mama gets that new house. What did I say before? Get the Lambo too parked in the garage. But we can see, if we compare the total crypto market cap and Bitcoin, it looks very similar, if not almost the same. The only thing being different is, we got some different positions in price action, but it makes sense since Bitcoin's holding half of the market cap that we'd see such a strong resemblance. One thing we can do, though.
Bitcoin dominance, though, sucks.
Agree.
So this is where I think this is the turning point in the whole crypto market. My opinion. I'm hoping Bitcoin. I like Bitcoin, but like I sold a lot of Bitcoin and I went into alts and fundamentals during the July, June big dip off or whatever. But
yeah, so the market's in a very precarious place right now. I mean, especially if Bitcoin looks the wrong way. I mean, it's just going to drag everything down with it. And even on the 2-day chart, we might see, we can look at this 2-day chart. If this bearish price action comes tumbling down like this, and this Fibonacci time sequence is nothing to be looking at because we're on the 2-day chart, but you guys can definitely see how close we are to market collapse and how close we are to experience a longer bull run. Obviously, everybody wants that. I do know that I have kind of mentioned, you've heard me talk about this in the past, and I'm all about observing, how things happen. And so when I sit around looking on a weekly chart at price action and what it did, we really came down and had price action. When I refer to a bounce, I'm referring to solid price action and not just this wick. So we had solid price action come and bounce off the weekly once, or off the 50 moving average once, and then it was over. And you guys can see that. Same thing happened. 2017, 2018 crash, folks. Came down, bounced off this 50. It was over. We got one bounce. 2019, the market tried to take off and got railed by the Corona. One bounce off this 50 moving average, and it was done. And what do we got going on here? Well, we've got price action bouncing off the 50 moving average and losing steam. So this spinning top here is usually a good indication that there's indecision, similar to what happened right here. After this top happened, it was a sharp sell-off, and this was the April sell-off. So this is, again, this is where we might be running into some issues, trading so close to the cloud and seeing this on a weekly chart. Once we move through this cloud, folks, it's game over. We can see what happens when we move through the cloud. It just doesn't recover historically on this weekly. Don't have enough data down here. But it is what it is, right? Same with right here. We kind of got a nice recovery here, but then coronavirus stripped us.
Yeah, I tried to pull up the altcoin dominance, because the altcoin dominance on the macro perspective is destroying the Bitcoin dominance. Can you do a comparison? And I couldn't find it on TradingView, except it says like BTC.D index chart, or not that. It's I sent it in the private chat. It was like CryptoCap others.d. So it's everything besides Bitcoin. I don't know if it includes Ethereum. But like, I would love a comparison, because right now when I looked at that, others altcoins are like on the macro are growing as Bitcoin dominance is down. So it makes me think that like this is the bull run where Bitcoin's going down, and we got other coins that are going to start moving the market.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. I'm not sure that I was able to find it.
Look in the private chat within Restream. I sent you the link. Just click it.
All right. Bear with me 1 second, folks.
And I could be wrong. I Googled it, but
here it is right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is like the altcoin dominance. Can you do the comparison with that with the Bitcoin dominance?
Yeah, absolutely.
That would be a great comparison.
So basically, let me just kind of get a look at this thing. So obviously this chart is looking very different. We have a nice impulse wave to the upside, and it is looking similar to. You said you wanted to look at total crypto cap?
No, like Bitcoin dominance
Bitcoin.
first.
Yeah, this is
Whatever.
Bitcoin. We can look at. You want to just look at Bitcoin?
Dominant, yeah, or Bitcoin, yeah.
So, looking at Bitcoin on a weekly and this on a weekly, I mean, it's looking very similar. January 11th. Just trying to see what's going on here.
Because I would think the Bitcoin US dollar is going down, but like everything in the alts are going up.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, but it kind of looks the same now that I'm seeing it. But I don't know. Maybe that's the wrong chart. I don't know.
Yeah, it seems pretty strong. Seems pretty. I don't know. I would say that the market cap dominance, is.
Oh, that's a
in a
market
very
cap others dominance. Okay, so I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Market's shaky right now. I wouldn't be surprised next week if we saw some stuff trending downwards. Just off of past observations, things like that. Let's see. She's more of a Land Cruiser kind of girl. I like that. What about that FJ Cruiser?
Thanks for watching, Packable.
No problem, Paka. Glad to have you here. Always a pleasure to see you pop on the stream. And I mean, I'd say for opening night of football, we hope we didn't. Oh, looks like we got one.
Had about 20 people watching the whole time. So
yeah, that's pretty good.
A couple people commenting. I know there's some lurkers in here. You guys, don't be afraid to say something. If you're a lurker, write lurker in the comments. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up button, subscribe, all the typical stuff. I mentioned it earlier, guys. It really helps us, man. Like,
for sure.
We're just chilling. It's a Thursday night, right? I don't even know what date it is anymore.
Yeah, that's right.
Thursday. What are you doing tomorrow, Six Fig? Are you doing anything?
Oh, man. I don't know.
I got my Heroes Hangout Military Edition. So if you guys are in the military, I'm in the United States, but I'm trying to have a panel of military veterans from the VGX Heroes on tomorrow, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, just to hang out and just shoot the shit. So if you guys are interested in that, just check me out. Or if you don't even know what VGX Heroes are or Voyager, let me know. It's one of my top coins that I'm invested in. I met the CEO down in Daytona last week. Yeah, well, I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, that's cool. That was quite the experience you had.
Yeah, it was insane.
Any
other questions or TA? Anyone have anything? Everyone's quiet, man. We jumped back up to 21 people.
Wow. Looks like we got Gustavo asking for Algo. We'll do Algo here for you. Let's pull this up on a...
Is that
1 hour chart? Yeah.
Yeah, that...
Yeah. So we got...
Yeah, Algo is pretty good. Total supplies, 5 billion.
Not bad. But yeah, here we can see Elliott wave theory to the upside. Bull flagpole into a pennant, and it was all history from here. This is why you guys need to learn this stuff. Very nice Elliott wave theory to the upside. How about that?
Wow.
So right now it is retracing. Let's look at a 4-hour chart. When this thing may hurt coming back down. We are so far away from the cloud and so far away from this 50 moving average that we may have seen the top with Algorand. We may see some sort of A, B, C, D, E correction. We might just see an A, B, C correction. On the 1 hour chart, we're kind of drifting back towards this cloud. If we bounce off this 50 moving average at or around $2, that we may get a bounce off this cloud here. But I just want to pull up a 30-minute chart. We can see the corrective wave, and we may see something like that. But this would just be straight up, Elliott wave theory. And this is just speculative, very speculative, folks. This isn't trading or financial advice. I do see the neckline in place to maybe get a bounce here. I'm trying to see if we got a head and shoulders pattern here. What do you think about this, crypto? Think we're going to get a head and shoulders pattern here? Maybe something like this? I don't know.
I don't know. Potentially a weird head and shoulders.
We might even be seeing some sort of an inverse. Maybe not. I was going to say we might be seeing some sort of setup for an inverse head and shoulders, but I think the latter is more likely. Let's look at Algo. This is definitely one of those coins I was looking at on Voyager Token or on Voyager app. Gosh, it's getting late.
You're getting some CKB updates. Comments after this. I think we'll end it at that.
Yep, for sure.
It's a long stream. I think it's the longest stream we've ever done.
CKB, please. Okay.
Yeah.
Tell you what, we will wrap
right now.
I have no clue.
Let me check.
Better be.
Is it 2 cents yet? Let's check. I don't know. No, we're down 1% the last hour, guys.
Scam coin.
Okay. Whatever. You guys can hate on me all you want. I don't give a crap what you guys think about me. That's one of my things in life. If you don't have haters, you're not doing something in life. Like, whatever. I don't give a crap. You can think all you want, what you want about me. I'm perfectly happy with my life. I'm just on here to give you guys entertainment and share my thoughts.
Yep, for sure. So, Algo, this has made a nice run up. Broke some new all-time highs, I believe. And we are now in price discovery. Looks like it's having a little bit of a tough time trying to break this 127. It wouldn't surprise me to see Algo come back down, maybe recheck this 50 moving average, somewhere close to the cloud, maybe kind of build up that cup and handle, something like this, and make a move for this 168. We are so close. I think there could be a chance, as long as market cooperates, that you see a $2.95 Algo sometime maybe by the end of September. So let's look at CKB. Jason Parker is asking, what do I think about all their exchanges shutting down?
We're getting spam. There's a bunch of spam crap.
Is there?
Going on. Yeah, I just was reading it. I think some of these chats are bots.
That we're doing?
No, in the chat section, there's some bots going on.
Oh.
Or they're switching their profiles into to get your attention type of thing. We're not stupid guys.
Oh, gotcha. Let's see. Yeah, I won't look at that. But here we go. Back to Algo, $2 and whatever. What did I say? 95 cents. $3.22 after that. If it goes low, $1.87, $1.50. We'll wrap this up with CKB, our beloved coin.
Sounds good.
CKB is banging. Let's look at this on a 1 hour chart. I don't know what the heck's going on with CKB right now, but we have some sort of bull pennant forming. So that is good. We may see a move to the upside of 0.022-ish. I would love to see CKB rip through. Bear with me. Oh my God. That's what happens when we stay an
Do the
hour
live
late.
stream, guys. Man, 2 hours this is the longest live stream. If you guys like this
is nuts.
Smash the thumbs up.
But, if we break through this channel, I mean, we could see CKB run up to 3 cents. We've got the cup in a really shitty handle to do work. So anything's possible at this point with CKB. I'd say, I'll put out a video tomorrow on it. In the meantime, if you see it trading above 0.0228, that's a good sign. If we see it trading below 0.016, that's a bad sign. I'll leave it at that for right now since we are so overdue by an hour. Man, you got any parting thoughts, CryptoAirborne?
No, I just really appreciate everyone watching. Like, we had consistent 20 to 30 people watching the whole night. It's all about community, and like we try to tell you guys how it is. I try to bring you news updates on my channel. CKB, Six Fig, he tries to bring you the best content there is, technical analysis wise and whatnot. And like, we try to come together. I've known him for a while in real life, and we're just here to have fun, guys. Like, I mean, we're all here to make money. We want to know what the market's going to do. We're going to tell you straight from the hip, like, how it is. Like, I'm not bullshitting you guys. Six Fig doesn't bullshit. Like, there's a bunch of YouTubers out there. Like, we actually talked about this like earlier today. It's like all these big YouTubers, like, do they get together and talk how they're going to put out their videos and stuff? Because it's just so weird that like you go and watch a video and they kind of all sound similar. But when you come to people like Six Fig or me or whoever, and they're being bearish or bullish or whatever, you might want to think about that for a second, because a lot of these YouTubers are going to talk to you like are very bullish type of thing. But like, I'm someone that like, I need to listen to multiple people before I formulate a decision to make a trade or something. So it's my thoughts.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely I just dropped a link in the comments section. So everybody go give CryptoAirborne some love. I mean, this dude is cranking out videos. I mean, he just started this channel.
Dude. I got two little kids. So in between their nap time and like going to bed, and yeah. So basically my life is like from like 8 p.m. till midnight or whatever. I'm going to go to bed after this, but I just, grind it out, man, and just have a good time.
Give him a follow on Twitter. Tell him how much you love his couch.
I know. I gotta upgrade my couch, guys. That was me before I got my my hair cut and my beard trimmed, and
it's got the good old piss jug laying right next to him, so he doesn't have to get up.
Yep,
that's awesome. So yeah, that's what I want you guys to do is just go show him some love. Let's refresh this to see if anybody has. Oh, yeah, you got a follower, so thank you,
dude. It's hard. This YouTube life is crazy nowadays, man. I tell you.
Yeah, it is.
We could have 50 people watching, and like one person's gonna take action, but it is what it is.
Yeah, if you guys are looking for some good information on this Yoki swap, go hit up this video.
Actually, oh my God, you upgraded, dude. I've got 150 views since we started this live stream. This is my top performing video.
This one here?
Yeah. Does that say 320 views?
332.
Yeah, yep. Dang. Yep. This is one of my best videos, guys. So go show me some love, man. I'm feeling good. A lot of comments. Yep. I love the price predictions and give you guys the best news as soon as it comes out. So
yep, for sure. This is what I'm talking about. Yeah. So thank you, CryptoAirborne, for coming on the show tonight. Again, folks, I do appreciate everyone tuning in more than you know. One thing that's more valuable than money is time, and fortunately, we can't print more of it. So here we are, late night into the cryptoverse, trying to better ourselves, trying to make the next market move.
Yep.
But with that said, I think we'll wrap this up. We are officially an hour and 10 minutes long. And I'm seeing like people still want more TA on
19 people,
stuff.
man.
I'm
Well,
just like,
you guys might need to send a super chat.
yeah, send some super chats.
Send some, maybe a $5 super chat. We'll
It's
give you
gonna
guys
be
TA.
you're gonna have to send at least 20 or 30 at this point just to keep me up.
I forgot about that. You got super chat, right?
Yeah, send me some money.
Actually, I might send you some.
Okay, good. But all right, folks, we love you all. More videos to follow.
Hell yeah.
D Perch has got some good stuff going on tomorrow night, so
Yep.
check him out.
We'll
Pack
see
a
you
bowl,
guys.
pack another one before you go to sleep.
CryptoAirborne out.
All
We'll see you
right.
guys.